Hey, what's up guys, and welcome in this new video where I'm gonna share with you how we made our new free minimal deep tech Ableton template called Zone. Here's a quick preview. So this project has been made in Ableton 12 and we've only used stock Ableton plugins, so either for the synth and processing, and you can download it 100% for free from the link in the description below. Also, this project is 100% royalty free, so you can use every part of this template in your production without having to pay any royalties. Let's start with the first channel, which is simply a ghost kick. We basically have the same processing that we have on the main kick drum, so just removing a bit of the tops, but this channel is actually muted because we just send here the bassline and the synths to have the sidechain effect. Then we have the kick drum. This kick comes from Dimension. As you can see, we have shortened a bit the tail of the kick drum and we have transposed it down by 2 semitones, and here the high cut. Inside of the kick group we have also the low cut kick, which is basically the same channel as before but with a low cut. And then we have the bassline, which is this one. So let's take a look at the MIDI here. And as you can see, the preset is a guitar bass from Operator. Not a lot of tweaking here, we have just played a bit with the level of the different oscillators and then maybe a bit with the attack and release time. Then we have this EQ boosting a bit of the medium frequencies. A bit of saturation. We have actually a lot of compression because these presets tend to emulate a real guitar bassline, so we want to control the whole channel with this. And then, as I told you previously, we have the compressor, which is taking the sidechain input from the ghost kick. And as for the kick drum here, we also have a second channel, which is our filtered bass channel. Everything is the same except for the auto filter that we have at the end of the chain. Then we have our drums, starting with this clap. Really basic, just a low cut here. And the clap is layered with this snare. Here we are trying to get the punchiness of the snare in this area, so we are lowering a bit of the top frequencies. Then we have an open hi-hat. Here again cutting the low frequencies. Then we have this hat loop, which comes a bit later on in the track. So we've used the frequency shifter to cover a bit more of the top area. Also we have a low cut and then a utility to reduce a bit of the stereo width because it was a bit too wide. Then we have the shakers. This is the sample, we've just reduced a bit of the tail here as well. Frequency shifter, increasing the frequency. Again here to cover a bit more of the tops. And then we have this delay, which is basically used as a stereo shaper, so we are increasing the stereo width of the shakers. Like this, since the sample is in mono. Then we have these percussion hits, which are basically this little part outside of this bigger percussion loop, and here just a low and an high cut. Then we have this other percussion that comes later on. Here again cutting the lows and adding a bit of sidechain. The last part for the drums are these rides. Yeah, nothing special here, just a low cut. Then we have the vocal.
I'm out of zone, don't call my phone, I feel the vibes.
So as for the vocals, we did a bit of warping here. We've used the Pro algorithm and we have reduced the formant to 0 and we have pitched down the vocal by 6 semitones.
I'm out of zone, don't call my phone, I feel the vibes, I am alive. Don't need to hide.
So the first plugin here is the auto shift to make sure that the vocal is in key with the rest of the track.
I'm out of zone. Don't call my phone.
Also, we have reduced here the format by 10%.
I'm out of zone. Don't call my phone. I feel the vibes. I am alive.
Then an EQ, removing a bit of the lows, and then we had to add obviously quite a bit of top end because of the pitch down on the vocal. Then we have this de-esser preset from the Ableton stock compressor, trying to remove the S and all the sibilances in the vocal.
I'm out of zone. Don't call my phone. I feel the vibes. I am alive.
Obviously it's not as good as a normal de-esser VST, but Ableton at the moment doesn't have a dedicated de-esser VST, so we wanted to keep everything in the box, so we had to use this preset. Then we have some other compression.
I'm out of zone. Don't call my phone. I feel the vibes.
Here the settings pretty standard for vocal, so we have medium to slow attack and fast release. We're not compressing that much, around 4 to 5 dBs, because the vocal doesn't have huge jumps in volume. Then we have this audio effect track where we have our reverb and delay. So the first channel is our dry channel, then we have this vocal all.
Don't call my phone. I feel the vibes. I am alive.
Which is our reverb, and then we have this analog collapse, which is a preset from Echo.
I'm out of zone. Don't call my phone. I feel the vibes. I am alive. Don't it?
And the last two are actually a compressor and a filter. The compressor is just a sidechain because we have a part here where the vocal is playing together with the kick drum, and then the filter for some filtering automation. Move on to the plug. So these are the notes here. Really basic. So preset here is called Chirp Plugs. As you can see, we have done an automation on the filter, and that's it. Here again, cutting the very lows with the EQ8, boosting a bit of the tops. Utility, reducing a bit of the stereo width, and then we have some compression to control basically the parts here where we have the cutoff automation. As you can hear, these parts can get a bit louder, so we want to control them with the compressor. And then we have just a reverb here, just to add a bit of space to the plug, and then obviously sidechain and filtering. Next one, we have this organ synth. Here, the preset is called Organ Dance from Operator once again. What we've done on the oscillator was basically trying to reduce some of the oscillator that are playing the lower parts on the organ. Like this one, so we have tried to reduce the level here because this is actually a synth, we don't want to use it as a bass lane. And then we have this EQ, removing this very harsh frequency that we have here. A bit of saturation. Then we have copied the same EQ just to remove some of the extra harmonics that we might have in the low area. And then again, the same reverb as before. And a bit of sidechain. The only two effects that we have on this track are this snare roll. Yeah, really simple. And then we have this fill. And that's all on how we made our new minimal deep tech Ableton template called Zone. Now you can listen to the full template.
flying high in paradise. I'm out of zone. Don't call my phone. I feel the vibes. I am alive. Don't need to hide behind the night. I'm flying high in paradise. I'm out of zone.